So now you know that Florida has stand your ground. Obviously, famous cases like the Trayvon Martin shooting, and then William Dunn killing a young kid because his music was too loud. And they both applied the stand your ground defense. It worked in part for William Dunn, but not in other parts. It obviously worked completely for George Zimmerman. And Tampa Tribune did a great story on it, exhaustive report on it. I'm sorry, the Tampa Bay Times did. And they found out that when they looked at all the stand your ground cases in Florida, that it had, quote, an uneven application, meaning that depending on who you were, you might get the benefit of it or not get the benefit at all, and that it had, quote, shocking outcomes, okay? So, now what are you going to do about this now that they have revealed what actually happened and they explained all the different cases and why it was shocking? Well, a legislator might think, hey, you know what, we should fix that. A Republican thinks, yeah, we should fix that. We should fix it so you never find out how shocking the outcomes and uneven application was. I'm not kidding. So in this particular case, it's a state representative by the name of Matt Gaetz. He's from Fort Walton Beach in Florida. And he proposed a law to, quote, severely limit access to court records in the self-defense cases. In other words, we're not going to fix stand your ground at all. What we're going to do is if somebody gets off on stand your ground, we're going to burn the records. Literally, they would expunge the records so that you couldn't do any investigations, you couldn't go back to the case in any way, shape, or form, and you couldn't even report about it. Okay, if I got away with murder, burn the records, burn them! So Neil Brown from the Tampa Bay Times says, closing records and putting controversial cases that involve violence into the dark is a bad idea. It is against democracy. Well, Neil, I think Representative Gaetz would say to you, exactly. That's why he wants to do it. Furthermore, Neil Brown says, this would have inhibited our work further. Our work was done based on court records as well as the stories of the incidents when they occurred. Exactly. He wants to inhibit your work. He doesn't want you telling people what a bad idea stand your ground is. He wants to be able to shoot people and get away with it. So you exposing how badly it's applied and the horrific outcomes doesn't suit his purposes. That's why he would like you to shut up. And if he can't make you shut up, he'll just burn the records. So, Marion Hammer, of course, wants to defend this. It's the former NRA national president. They say, it's overreach on the media's part to think they need to know everything about everybody's life. Well, that actually I think is kind of their job. That's what they do. They report the news. They tell you what happened so that you can make informed decisions, which of course NRA doesn't want you to do. Marion continues, the media wants to know this so they can create news. Yeah, no, that's about it. That's what they do. He's called a newspaper. They would have to put news in it to make it a newspaper. Of course, if you don't like the news, well, what do? You burn the records. God forbid you should actually fix something, to which we come at the end. So Florida realized that there was a lot of uproar over stand your ground, so the Republicans who are in favor of it decided they were going to do a House committee hearing on it. Well, let's air it out and make sure that everything is considered. Well, so who do they put in charge of the hearing to consider whether they should re-look into stand your ground and possibly take it away? Just evaluate it again. Oh, look at that, it's State Representative Matt Gaetz, the same guy who wants to burn the records. He said the idea of amending stand your ground was, quote, reactionary and dangerous, and the critics of the law were, quote, uninformed. That is before the hearing. This is the guy that's going to do the objective hearing on whether they should reconsider it. If that wasn't enough for you, he also said before the hearing that he did not support changing one damn comma of the stand your ground law. That's the head of the hearings, considering whether they should reevaluate stand your ground. Very open-minded, the Republicans. Okay. Well, at least they're clear. We don't give a damn if it works or if it doesn't work. We're not going to reevaluate it. And if you try to reevaluate it, we're going to take all the records, put them in a nice bonfire, and light them up.